Hey, what's up guys? It's the Sin, and welcome back to Destiny. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the solo Pit of Heresy flawless experience, because I have finally did it. So this is actually something I've been wanting to do for a while, and one, I'm glad I really finally had the time, and then two, I'm really glad that I stuck it out, and despite how much this made me want to pull my hair out and just pretty much just not do it, I'm really glad that I did it. It really taught me a lot in terms of how I am as a player, and one of the biggest things that I like personally that this whole thing taught me was patience. I am not a patient person, but did this teach me that patience is so needed in this. I feel like after a few attempts, there were moments when I wanted to just rush, or I wanted to just hurry up and get it done. But actually, one thing about flawless dungeons is there's really no time limit. You really have as much time in the world to do it, minus one encounter. For those who new to Destiny 2 or new to the Pit of Heresy dungeon, is there's really only one encounter in which you kind of have to pick up the pace, and that's the totems encounter, because you have to stand on a platform and then kill a knight to drop a orb, and then dunk it before a stacked debuff gets to 10 and kills you. So minus that, everything else is pretty tamed, which I like about these dungeon experience, because I really feel as though it's something that really teaches players how to execute certain mechanics, as well as how to go about doing them. But before we go into more detail, of course, I wanted to just go over how I did it and what I ran. Now my loadout's a little bit different. I haven't I think I've swapped out a few things since I did it, but when I did it, I actually ran bottom tree. Devour helped tremendously. Devour was definitely the go-to super. I really didn't switch to well until I got to the boss. In terms of weapons, of course, I ran Mountaintop, Recluse, Anarchy. Delirium actually was on me for the first few encounters. I really didn't switch to Anarchy until the very end for the boss. Delirium was amazing. It's kind of sad that pinnacles are going out. So what I like about Pit of Heresy as well as Prophecy as well, if you're gonna go for those two flawless runs, is these weapons right here is like the perfect loadout. And being that they're going away, it's kind of like a final hoorah to use them. So definitely, this is what I use. Super comfortable. I did use my summoner for the wizard encounter when you gotta, traverse the caverns and find the wizards. This is really helpful. It broke the shields, and then of course I would either use Mountaintop or Izanagi's as well. Izanagi's is also really useful. In terms of armor, I ran Controverse Hold, really good with Devour. You would, instantly pretty much get another grenade back. For armor, the mods that I use were pretty straightforward. I completely forgot that I put dampener on the helmet, so I'm not sure if it helped or not. But heavy ammo finder was amazing. This was really good too. These mods helped. Traction and everything. I believe I had some legs that I had on Hive Barrier 2. There's like 50 million videos on the perfect loadout. But Hive Barrier pretty much is what you'll need. It makes a huge difference. Like, the damage you'll take is literally almost close to none once that mod procs. Like, it's amazing. Like, when I was getting shot up by the ogres and the fire by the knights and everything, it really wasn't that big of a deal. So yeah, that's just what I ran, and it was pretty straightforward. It was really kind of fun. Once I beat it, okay, I'm not gonna lie, once I beat it, I kind of started laughing, because I was really looking back at all the times I was just wiping and restarting, and I will be like, really, that's what was killing me? That's weird. But the hardest parts, I want to say, for me personally, some of these might be universal as well, but the part where after the totems you have to fall into that pit, as someone that has some anxiety and overthinks, when I say that part, I honestly, I believe it took me about 6 tries, if I'm being, honest. It took me at least 6 tries to do a solo flawless. 4 of those wipes were honestly from me looking at that pit going, I'm going to jump this way. And then I would just stand there for like 10 minutes and not move. And then I would be like, you know what? Who cares? I'm just going to jump down. I'm going to survive it. And I would hit literally the first spinning one. No, I take that back. The second layer where there's the one that kind of spins in the middle, that one would hit me, and it makes me mad because that one was literally put there for you not to hit it. Like, if you go out of your way and you hit that one, that means you literally jumped the wrong way on your own accord. The other the swingy lamps is pretty much just is more of like a pace kind of thing, like you see and you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump here. The spinny one is not as hard to hit. You just kind of like gotta pace it, like make sure that just jump past it before it hits you. Like, that's pretty much it. But every time I hear people talking about it, that one gets them every single time, and I can really see why. But other than that, the wizard power is pretty tedious. I think I wiped 1 time on that because the shrieker killed me, because I choked and I decided to use my Nova Bomb on the wizard and not the shrieker. So I killed the wizard, but then the shrieker killed me and I was super pissed off. And when I say on the part that I actually beat it, that part was actually not as hard. Like, it went by faster than what I anticipated. The game actually gave me that one again. So when I got to it, I immediately went into just like pro strat mode, Nova Bomb the shrieker, broke the shield of the wizard, Izanagi'd it, and it was so clean. And at that moment, I knew, I was like, this is the run. I didn't say it out loud because I want to jinx myself, but I told myself, like, I think this is the run, and I got it done. And it felt really good. It was something special. I feel like there's just something really unique about I was about to combine the words solo and flawless, about soloing these dungeons and doing it flawlessly, because like I said, it really teaches you about yourself and just how you go about these mechanics. And it's really cool when you have your own aha moments, or you come up with your own game plan about how you're going to go about it. Sure, everyone that did it flawlessly, if you were to watch them all back to back, I'm pretty sure you see a common theme. But the biggest one would just be patience. Like, people beating it with different weapons, different characters, so on and so forth. But there's one thing they all have in common, including myself, is we just all took our time. This is something I can see everyone doing if you want to put the time into it and you got that utmost patience. I consider myself an okay player. I've done 2 flawless raids so far, 3-man Crown of Sorrow. So for me, it was something that I felt needed to be done, while other people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna do it just cause. So the next challenge for me is definitely soloing Prophecy. I have a few runs underneath my belt, but I want to do I want to at least do 1 solo run, so I can at least get a feel of what it's like solo before diving into a flawless. I feel like that's definitely going to be awesome, being that it's going away, I believe, come the fall. So I believe people who had that solo flawless emblem, that's going to be some bragging rights. So this is definitely something I was just really excited to share with you guys. It was really fun. It was really hard. I really can't wait for more dungeons in the future. After getting this done, it really just kind of had a spark like that. Now that going forward, if there ever is more dungeons, I want to literally do it as much as I can and then do it flawless, like, every single time. Like, and plus that emblem is just like a sticker of approval, like, you just did that. That's what I love about these in-game emblems are earned by doing these challenges, because they're such big stickers of approval, like, oh my god, Descent did that thing, or oh man, look, he got that, he must have did XYZ. And that's one of the biggest things I wanted to do, because I've been playing Destiny for a long time, and when I first started it, I was told numerous times, like, I was a bad player, I'll never do this, that, and the third. And here I am before all of you, talk about how I did a solo flawless dungeon run, and it's kind of cool. So it's really cool to reflect on those moments and now be like, I'm that player that I've always wanted to be, and at this point it's only getting higher. So with that being said, if you guys are going, after a solo flawless experience, tell me about it. Leave a, talk about it in the comment section. I love that kind of stuff. If you are going for one, tell me why you want to do it, if anything. But of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like is also super appreciated. And if you want to stay up to date on my content, definitely drop a sub, as well as follow me on Twitter, where I drop all the content updates in regards to what I'm doing going forward. School is starting for me soon, so videos will be not as frequent, but with the start of my new interview series, I'm gonna try to do at least one of those every couple of weeks to get something out there. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys coming by, and I will see you back in Destiny. Peace.